does the nation want to know? Can you say it louder than me? Okay, listen. Swalpa adjust madi. Swalpa adjust madi. I've used this line 5 times today, it's worked every time. Thank you, U25, you wonderful crowd, beautiful people. I've been out of TV for about a month and a half now. And I anyway felt you had enough of me, so I said I'll take a break. Should we stay away now? Should we come back? I will come back if you can tell me in one voice what the name of our channel will be. Once more. Republic. That's great. It's cosmopolitan. Something about Bengaluru makes me feel positive every time I'm here. I don't mind the jams. I don't mind anything. I don't mind anything as long as I have Koshis with me. As long as I have Kaveri with me. These are the 2 landmarks. I love this city. I don't know what I would do without a Bengaluru detox every 3 months. So you know what has happened in Bengaluru in the last few days, right? Yeah. You know about it, right? And I'm seething. Are you seething? Yeah? Because I've been really restless about it. And as I look at each of your faces today, I hope you feel restless and you're seething too, are you? In this country, if you don't scream and if you don't yell, then nobody gives a damn. And that's why I scream. I want to know whether all those polite, highly disciplined, well-etiqueted and turned out journalists would be able to make a change when an incident like what happened in Bangalore happened 2 weeks last night. I don't mind being ill-mannered, a little impolite, and if I could be loud in 1,000 times more, and let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. I never missed being on air as much as I did last week. I never missed being on air as much. But I wanted to go out there and I wanted to say that what has happened in Bangalore over the last 9 days. So I asked you, who does this republic belong to? In this city, 30 young women of Bangalore were groped at, they were pawed at, they were molested. 1,500 policemen turned mute spectators, did they not? Yes. 5 kilometers from this spot, less than 5 kilometers from this spot where we have all gathered today, 30 young women were groped at and treated in a manner nobody should, no human being should. One young woman was forcibly kissed, attacked, flung on the road, and when she fought back, 2 men on a bike in Kamanahalli, is that the place, Kamanahalli? Yes. Right, in Bengaluru. All of it while cars zipped by. Right? Passers-by curiously walked by. Bikers fled by. And pedestrians looked on in all directions at the scene of the crime. And as I stand in this auditorium full of millennials, I feel in the bottom of my heart and in the pit of my stomach an irresistible amount of fury when I think about that sitting Karnataka Home Minister G. Parameshwara who blamed Christmas. And I want to know, where is the media of this country? Where are they? What do they find interesting? Shivpal Yadav, Akhilesh and Mulayam Singh Yadav? Where was the national media for the last 2 weeks? Ladies and gentlemen, where were they? Should the politician who blamed your choice of dressing not be questioned in the loudest voice? Should our voices not combine to silence that one man's regressive, patriarchal and misogynistic mind? Should the state machinery and every policeman deployed on taxpayer money not be made to quit their jobs for turning bystander when a mob of 60,000 people made you feel unsafe, then put you under attack in your city? People ask me, why are you launching Republic? This is the only reason why. And after this, I don't want anyone to ask me why I ask questions in a louder tone anymore. Because that's what I feel. Do you feel the same way, Bengaluru? Yeah. Can I ask you a few more questions? Yes. Question number 2, Bengaluru, you asked for it. Who does this republic belong to was a question we were asked. Does this republic belong to the people who are simmering in anger over the last 8 days, Bengaluru? Or does this republic belong to those who have tried to hush up the MG Road, Brigade Road and Kamanahalli incident? Who does this republic belong to? Tell me. Does this republic belong to those who have been brainwashed to tolerate in silence, or does it belong to those who have tried to raise their voice to deafening pitches to demand accountability and justice? Does this republic belong to these people who have pledged to toe the line, put their head down in dogged acceptance of the status quo? Or does this republic belong to those who have refused to let a lathi charge, a spate of Twitter abuse and a threat from the corridors of power make them bow down in any way? Who does this republic belong to? Does it republic belong to them or to us? Yes. Should we claim the republic now? Yes. Have you had enough? Yes. And therefore, this republic, this channel that I am about to launch, this organization that we are about to build, and hopefully, by the grace of the God Almighty and your support, we will launch Republic in a few weeks from now. This Republic for me is a movement. It's not a channel. And I have come before you today because one person can't do much. I have come to ask you for your support. Will you support me? This republic is not a media venture. This republic is a revolution, remember it. In every breathing day, every second, every minute, what we put on air will be part of a people's revolution that will be backed by you. This republic is not mine. This republic is not one person's, it is yours. Each one of you in this hall today is who this republic belongs to. Me and my team are only your voice. Only your voice. I spoke in Delhi a few months ago, 5 days before I quit my last channel. And I spoke about an independent media. In the last 2 months, I have been thinking about what an independent media means in concrete terms for the future of India. Remember, you are the future of India. This country's future is yours. What I am placing before you today is a testament of my faith in you. It is my belief that when you will be my age, this country would be vastly different. We are a stepping stone. We will work very hard. We will take upon tremendous sacrifices. We will not yield to massive risks because we are investing something in the future of India. And that future of India is not mine. That future of India is yours. That future of India is the future of you 25, not 25 plus. This team will independently be your choice. I am asking you today, when no political party gives republics advertisements, will you support us? Because then I will take them on. Will you support us? When we walk the lonely path of idealism in our journalism and large amounts of land from political parties, will you support us, please? I'm asking you today, because otherwise we cannot walk this path alone. Over the last 10 years, people have asked me, what is the ingredient of your journalism? I want to share this with you today. What is the ingredient of my journalism? For me, journalism is not some academic theory. It's not rocket science. It's simply a list of do's and don'ts. It's not a narration of facts. People ask me, why don't you depend on facts alone? And I tell them, if I were to depend on facts, I would not be a journalist, I would be Wikipedia. Journalism for me is refusing to accept anything as permanent. Journalism for me is challenging authority irrespective of the clout on the other side. Journalism is refusing to accept the status quo. Journalism is relentless questioning. From the highest political office to the biggest political superstars to the captain who may have won the biggest sporting award. No one is above question. That is my journalism. But above all, journalism is about one simple thing, a choice which we make in our daily lives. And that choice is simple. You can't learn it if you do a PhD in journalism anywhere. That choice is simply making the choice between what is right and what is wrong. On the one side, there is what is right. And on the other side, there is what is wrong. On the one side is black, and on the other side is right. On the one side are facts that you believe in, and on the other side are facts which you will not believe even if somebody sells it to you. And in the middle of right and wrong and black and white, we make many choices in the course of our journalism. For me, simply saying, stand with the right and oppose with the wrong is my journalism. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, is grey in a news story. There are two sides of it. There is a right and there is a wrong. Every day as a journalist, all you need is the courage to identify the right and have the relentless courage to be proud of it. 70,000 crore rupee scam. I said, yes, I have the entire papers to the 70,000 crore rupee scam. And the person said, okay, then I'll send you a little bit more. I haven't told the story all this while, but I'm sharing it with you. Then some other person said, "Kya aapke paas sare kagaz hain?" I said, yeah. And this person was from the Commonwealth Games Organizing Committee. I said, kagaz hai, so what are you going to do? I said, usual part 2 tomorrow, part 3 day after, part 4. He said, how many parts do you have? I said, I have so many papers, I don't even know how many parts I have. So we broke the story called the Commonwealth Games scam. Next morning, a person called Suresh Kalmadi called a press conference. You heard of Suresh Kalmadi? He called a press conference, and I was sitting in my office in Lower Parel watching Suresh Kalmadi, and he was getting increasingly tense, nervous and angsty. Every time my reporter would ask him a question, he would snub the person and say, look here, this is not the News Hour studio, don't try and talk to me like that. Till almost after about half an hour, he'd almost thrown out all my reporters from the press conference. And I was looking at him in my room in Lower Parel in Mumbai, and I said, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he behaving like this? I only have a 250,000 pound, hardly, 1/100th% of a scam with me. Why is Suresh Kalmadi behaving like this? That is when we decided to start investigating the CWG scam. And thanks to Suresh Kalmadi, all the papers arrived at my door. So till date, when I ask this question, who broke the Commonwealth Games scam? You know who broke the Commonwealth Games scam? Suresh Kalmadi. Now that is right and wrong. That's the fun part of it. What is not the fun part of it is what happens after you break a story. After you break a story like that and you take it across for 5 to 6 months, and when you take up a campaign because you believe in it, and day after day papers come to your door and you get stories and you break scams. You remember some of the scams we broke at that point of time: Kargil for Profit, Devas ISRO, 2G, CWG. It was a string of scams that were broken for 6 months before a marketing genius called Arvind Kejriwal. He's such a spin master. I told Arvind recently when he asked me, we broke the scams. I said, where were you? We were the ones breaking the scams. We were the ones taking the hit. We were the ones who were angry, and as we were reporting, people were getting angrier and angrier with us. People across this country were upset that there was such corruption in this country. And I remember on the 25th or so of January or about the 10th of February 2011, we were called for a press conference at the then Prime Minister's office, which was itself breaking news because the then Prime Minister has decided to speak. Come on guys, I can have a little fun sometimes, right? I can have a little fun. All this is on record. Oh hell man. Can you take the mic away? Anyway, I'm off air. It's okay.